Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I'm running a little bit later today, but I don't know. I've been debating on whether this would be a better time slot or not anyway. But I was tired also of stalling because I keep bouncing around. I may have overdone it on my coffee this morning. On. There we go. I like to have the sound buffer actually of the air being on, just because my house is mostly hard floor, so a lot of sounds reverberate. If anybody decides to get up and start moving around, gotta find some place for my tree. Let's check this. I'll get it. That's what I was talking about. I kept stalling. I was like, wait, no, I need to do this. Wait, no, I need to do this. Wait, no, I need to do this. And finally it hit me. I was like, wait, no, you need to do this. I don't know. It's been an interesting morning already. I got a message from an old friend, and she has a friend whose parent is passing on, and from cancer, and she wanted a bunch of nature pics. So I made a post for that on Facebook. Just really puts things into perspective for you early in the morning here in my world. And Tina's so crazy because there's so much entwined with her. I met her around the same time I met Luna. She was a year older than me, but she became more friends with my sister. And my sister was a year older than her, and then she had a sister who was a year older than my sister. So, and even though they lived in Virginia, we lived down here, her sister was actually my second husband's first wife. And morning, and I dated the guy that took her older sister's virginity when I was like 18. I found that out on my 18th birthday. If you want to know if you're dealing with an Aries, it was my 18th birthday. I believe it was his 24th or 25th birthday. And he was already my ex at that point, and we were in the car because we had all been partying together. So it was my sister, her older sister, the guy that we both dated. It was his birthday as well. And then I had another ex-boyfriend there, and then I was in the car. So if you ever want to know if you're dealing with an Aries, the Aries is the one in the room with two exes already there, or in a car with two exes already there. Because there was two Aries in that car, and they each had two exes in that car for their birthday. Now that is some funny shit. I don't remember what her sign is. But the other guy in the car, my other ex that was in the car, I think he was a little bit younger. I think he was only like 22. He was a Leo. And he was my ex because he had broken up with me to go home to Montana to marry his pert fiance that he had been with the whole time we had been dating. And then he came back and he was still at the clubs with me. Just goes to show you, Aries don't hold grudges, man. They don't hate. You want to drop it and be cool, we'll drop it and be cool. You keep crossing that boundary, that's when we'll get self-centered. We'll be the most always there for people until you push a limit. Because once we said we've had enough, we've had enough. We're going a little different today with the cards. I'm going to pull some past life cards just because I've been having so much fun with them lately, and I'll do the dice thing too. Just to see what kind of past energies may be influencing the situations right now. All right. I'm going to twist your arm, trying to force you to shuffle. I don't know, I'm just winging it today. I thought that would be a funny story to share with y'all. And those two have popped up several times in my life since then. The Leo is still friends with me on Facebook. He may even be on the Celeste page. I'm not sure. I think I took all my exes off a while ago. I might have left them off they were probably on the Drago page and I didn't shift them over. Only a few people from my past are actually on my regular, I call it my regular page now. On the Spirit Day page. If y'all had any idea, I've just been I don't know. I love social media because I lost so many people in my life. And it's like, I don't intrude or nothing, but it's nice that I can see all my old friends and get the experience seeing their kids and things like that. I mean, even if it's just some pictures, because that's all you would have gotten anyway. I mean, my grandparents, their generation, they sent Christmas cards and pictures every year. The reason we don't do that, why? We have social media. We've already seen all these pictures of your kids. You're just going to print out ones you showed us already. Who grudges against ex-lovers or anything else like that. And I don't know why people bring it into such a drama-filled place and you read into everything. I mean, I guess I can say I do see how you can do that because I have totally done that. So I just don't see how some people can stay in that for so long. Definitely, I think elder millennials have a better chance of getting out of that than the younger millennials do. The ones that got a chance to experience life before MySpace and technology came into play. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say. Told you I've had way too much coffee. Like, tried breathing and calming my heart down before we came on, but it is what it is. Queen of Fire, baby. So I got the Queen of Wands here, which is really manifesting, right? Concocting your own potions, getting your shit together, and starting to put your energy in certain areas. I do see there was a lot of deceits, a lot of conflicts. And now, and I'm going to say this because this has been, I pulled out past cards and everything. And I told you guys I'm going a little off the rails today just because I'm buzzing on the energy that's going on right now. Huge shifts are coming. There's big alignments with the 11-11. I mean, You got to know it's a big deal when even the naysayers about the number synchronicities in the Gregorian calendar still are saying, just with the degrees of Scorpio and everything going on, 11/11 actually is a big conjunction point this year. And it's also right before this new moon and everything going on. So this is going to be a very, very broad, wide reading. Don't extend this to any small timeline, okay? All right, because I'm seeing this, all right, as I'm seeing it, all right? I said moving away, corner towards. Here we go. Manifesting energy. Actually casting, right? And then you got the deceit and the conflict card. Now, anybody who is playing along with the home game with me for a while now knows back a couple of months ago, I did a spit out the truth spell to help people stuck where they couldn't, people weren't speaking their truth. So I see this as really what? You asked for a lot of things. You asked for the truth. You asked for all this. And then that brought out a lot of deceits. That brought out a lot of conflicts. But now these conflicts and deceits were brought out on purpose because these were the things that were blocking you. I mean, whether you were asking for the truth or whether you were asking for love or whatever you were asking for, this cleared the path for this, or is clearing the path, because conflict card is right in the middle right now. It is clearing the path for this. That's all there is to it, right? And it's like everybody's so worried about who's in control of the game. Still everybody's concerned over who is the one who is the Joker. You know, and this energy just keeps going back and forth over who feels big and who feels small. Understand, the game continues as long as everybody keeps playing it. Even if you're playing it by yourself, you could just be playing it by yourself, reading into everything. You know, that could be the lies and deceits and conflicts that come up in your mind too. What is this illusion and what is this fantasy? Now, over the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Wands. Fire, fire, fire. Right? So it's like you did all this manifesting energy and you put a ton amount of manifesting energy into certain goals, certain avenues, certain directions, invoking spirit, calling on things like your purpose, leaving them doors open, all that stuff, right? Casted all this possibility out into the universe. If you have been following me along for a while, you can check out the 13 Moons, 13 Runes, and all that on the other channel. If you've been following along, this is what you were working for, right? Opening as many doors as possible. But in doing all that, you caused all that drama. There was a lot of recuperation time needed. Right? Why? Because once things started coming in, suddenly you needed to start recalibrating again. Everything started coming in. Once you start manifesting and realize the levels of which you're manifesting, then you need to recalibrate. What? Then it's, I better be really, really careful now what opportunities I take, like what I really invest myself in. Is this, once you start getting what you want, then you have to ask yourself, is this what I actually want? Or is this what I thought I wanted back then? And sometimes, like a point that I'm at right now is, I'm realizing, and I've been coming to this epiphany lately, that I'm remembering what it was I actually wanted from the beginning. What I was working on before I started working on any of this. And I got to recalibrate that. Because that's what I'm going for. King of my own pentacles and empires, right? Grounded, stable, within the 3D all the way up, right? Grounded from the bottom to the top. So for the past cards here, past life energies, past influential energies, energies that we came into this world with, things that we are here to learn, right? What should we take with us from the past? Our love of nature. Remember that food and hunger has always been a major thing. A key point in our whole deal is once upon a time, life was all about not starving to death. And it was not as easy as it is now. And that is why we can reach the spiritual peaks that we can as a community rather than just priests and higher ups having that ability to reach it. It's because we are spoiled. Remember this. You bounce back and forth. If you are a twin energy here, if you have soulmates, you have been here before. And if you have been here before, you have shifted between genders, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And now, for those of you out there in the spiritual community that says, I've always come as a female, no. Sometimes you've come as a transgender male. So just put that into perspective for yourself. Sometimes you came and still didn't want to be a man, so you started to pretend to be a man, a woman. Been around since the beginning of time. This thing is nothing new under the sun, y'all. The only thing that changes is society. It's just what? The evolution of all things is brought down to one basic equation. New thing plus change equals new thing. And it's been that way since the Big Bang. New thing. As it spreads out, it changes. New things. New things, new things, new things. Fractal patterning. So everything is created. It's a lot of calls that a lot of it has always come down to land and battles over land. And I'm taking this really as a strong message of really think about what's worth fighting over before you start arguing with somebody. Before you start getting in a petty disagreement about race or anything else. It all started over a fight over land, quite honestly. It still is a fight over land. You know, we are doomed to keep repeating history if y'all keep insisting on acting like it didn't happen and that we didn't learn anything. Erasing it, not talking about it's not going to change anything. Talking about it to the extent that kids don't learn anything else in school isn't going to solve anything. For our shadow cards here, I have I won't cry for you, hiding oneself in gilded regret. And I just really feel like this is calling to somebody who's really got themselves into a very unique position right now. Right? I am not going to cry for you. I accept my fate. Even if this means hiding an aspect of myself. I will live in my regret, but at least it's pretty here. For everybody else, activate yourself. Invoke your guides, your spirits. Invoke yourself. Invoke your own spirit. You know exactly what you need to do from the very first card. From the very first card was that Queen of Wands with all the potions and everything around her. And through this whole thing, it comes all the way back down to stay strong within your spiritual beliefs. Don't be afraid to create your altars or your rituals and invoke those energies for yourself. For yourself. You don't have to ask for nothing. You don't have to ask for nothing. Just invoke your own energy from within yourself. I always say I never ask the gods to do it for me. I ask for the strength to do it for myself. And I ask for guides for confirmations on my path. That's all. All right. Things are getting ready to shift, y'all. Okay. All right. So I do want to do a past life reading because I have been trying to get one of those out a day. Let me get my dose. Catch the Virgos here in a little bit. All right. Love y'all. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. As always, like, share, subscribe, spank my bell. Click the like button. Tell me that you like it, guys. I appreciate it. And I love y'all, and I'll catch you probably tomorrow.